Now, if you've been following our videos, you will realize that we offer a lot of advice, a lot of assistance to the people who are visa applicants. We try to take you through the process of applying various number of visas, whether you want to come to the United States as a student, whether you want to come to the United States of America as a business person, whether you want to come to the United States as a visitor, you want to visit your relatives in the United States, whether you want to come to the United States as a teacher. These are some of the areas that we dive into to try and bring out the concept of teaching you, advising you on what is it that you're supposed to do in order for you to be able to, let's say, to migrate to the United States or to relocate to the United States as a teacher. Now, for today, I will be talking about 3 mistakes to avoid at your visa interview in accordance to the information that I was given by a former visa officer. Not only that, but also having gone through the entire process of visa application on my first attempt and came out successfully. So I have experience on what is it that you're supposed to do and what is it that you can be able to avoid as a visa applicant, and this will really help you. Now, the first mistake that you can avoid easily is bringing too much document during your visa interview. And these particular documents, they are not well arranged in a folder. You are being called to go to the counter where the visa officer is standing and your documents are falling all over the place. This is a mistake that you can easily avoid by, let's say, having a well-arranged folder with the stick notes that are indicating on this particular page, I have this particular document. So have a folder. Arrange your documents in an orderly manner that you are able to carry them with a lot of easiness and that they are easily accessible. Visa officers, they don't like documents. Why do I say so? Because in most cases, they have a lot of work that is demanding. So in most cases and most of the times, they may not want to go through a whole lot of documents. So for you, only carry the documents that are required and that you have been told by whoever is guiding you to prepare your visa documents or by the agency that they might be required during the day of the visa. And only remove these particular documents and give them to the visa officer when he or she asks for them. Remember, they have a lot of work. And always when you go there, the queue is very long. Therefore, truth be told, nobody has that time to check through all your documents. So having documents that are not well prepared, this is a common mistake that can easily be avoided by anybody who is looking for a visa. Because when you have documents and they are falling all over the floor, the first thing you're telling the visa officer is that you are not well prepared. Is that you don't give the visa interview the seriousness it deserves to be given. So those are the first clues that you are sending out. And therefore we are saying arrange your documents well in a nice folder that you are easy, it is easy for you to access them, it is easy for you to arrange them, and it is even easy for you to remove any document without making your documents fall all over the floor. The second mistake that can be avoided with a lot of easiness is the mistake whereby many visa applicants will want to offer one answer question. For example, if you've gone to a visa interview at the US Embassy, then the visa officer asks you, where do you work from? Where do you work? And then you will maybe say, I work at XYZ company. And you keep quiet. Again, the visa officer has to go ahead and ask you, what do you do at that particular company? You say, I am a manager. You see, those are one answer questions. And what are you doing? You are training the visa officer to ask you several questions about who you are. The correct thing to do should be, when asked, where do you work? Introduce yourself. What is the name of the company or the organization that you're working for? What is your role there? Let's say maybe how much do you earn? What is it that you are doing in that particular company? What is your role? So that when you are doing this, you are saving the visa officer the struggle and the hassle of looking for one information over the same question. Remember, their work is exhausting, demanding at the same time. So what are you saying? That if you are able to try and avoid the one answer question, it will work on your advantage, because in most cases at the visa embassy, if the visa officer wants to give you the visa, he or she will ask you at most 3 questions. So in most cases, the visa interview takes only a maximum of 3 minutes. But if they go beyond that, then know that you are reducing the chances of your visa being given. So in most cases, you'll either be asked either 1 or 2 questions, and the visa officer has already decided up his or her mind whether he or she is going to give you the visa. Remember, with coming to the United States, no one else has the power. No one else has the mandate to decide on whether to give you the visa or not, apart from the visa officer. Even the President of the United States has no power on deciding whether you are supposed to come to the United States or not. So what are we saying? That when you go to the visa interview, ensure that you've prepared well, ensure that you have all your documents that are supposed to, and as we've said, and I still say again, avoid acting on what you're calling what, or offering one answer question. The third mistake that can easily be avoided is acting on wrong information from either wrong agencies or people who tend to pretend to know what the visa officer will ask you. Some will even go ahead and tell you, I know the question that you're going to be asked, and if you respond to this particular question like this, then I am sure you'll be given the visa. Nobody knows what the visa officer is going to ask you. Therefore, don't go there with answers that have been recited in your head. Don't go there with memorized answers. Then when you reach there, you start reciting. The visa officer has been trained to know if you are memorizing things, and they will easily gauge and say you are not sure of what you are looking for, and therefore you're just trying to look for ways on how you can be able to move to the United States, which is wrong. So go there. Instead of listening and acting on wrong information from people, memorizing answers that are not there, memorizing questions and answers are not there, it is the right thing to do as a visa applicant is sit down, prepare very well towards the interview, arrange your documents in order, have everything written down well so that you are ready and you are prepared to go and do the interview. Stop memorizing answers so that when you reach there, you start reciting. The visa officer has been trained to know whether you are speaking the truth or whether you are reciting answers. Remember, the main reason as to why they ask for the visa interview is because they want to see you. They want to read your facial expression. They want to read your tone. They want to read your politeness. All those particular aspects, all those particular virtues, they are looking at it. Why do you deserve to be given the visa to come to the United States? So those are the factors, and those are the main reason as to why they ask you to go for the visa interview. The documents can be forged. Documents, people can sit down and make documents and try to do that and come up with fake documents. But the main reason as to why you're called for the interview is because they want to see you. Are you worthy of being given the visa interview? What is your tone? What is your respect? Are you polite when you are speaking? How do you respond to questions? Before then, they can decide to give you the visa interview to come to the United States or not. Therefore, Instead of memorizing answers, instead of listening to very many people all over the social media, others whom even probably maybe they have never been to the US, but then they are advising you, we are saying prepare your documents well, think about and how you will be doing your introduction. Yeah, research, look for genuine material that can assist you instead of listening to wrong information, memorizing answers. Avoid that. Yeah, then practice on yourself, do what you're supposed to do, then go and do the interview, because also the more people you ask, the more people might mislead you. But then for us, we are here in the comment section. You can ask for questions. We'll be willing to listen. We will be willing to guide each other where possible and where necessary, so that you as a visa applicant, you also go and become successful. Because it is very much possible, but it is all about giving out the information to the visa officer. Remember, it is all about you convincing the visa officer why you think it is necessary that your visa should be approved. So the more facts you give that have value, the more confident you are when you are speaking to the visa officer, the higher your chances are of being given your visa or your visa being approved. Avoid one answer question. Many people tend to believe that it is bad to give government officials more information. And you will find many people going for the one answer question. That is very wrong. And the more you do that, the more you make this visa officer to strain looking for this simple information from you by asking you one question at a time. And the question is the same, just like what I did previously as an example. Your chances are reducing. Therefore, give out as much information as possible when you have been asked a question. Because remember, you again don't know how many questions this particular person is going to ask you. Some people have just only been asked one question and their visa was approved. Some people have been asked only two questions and their visa have been approved. So the visa officer has the mandate to decide how many questions he or she is going to ask you. So whenever you've been given an opportunity, especially the first question matters a lot. Give it your all, give it your best, give it all the information it deserves for you to ensure that you are able to go through successfully. Until then, I want to wish you all the very best as you go through this. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you so much.